Hi, Divine Souls. I'm truly grateful you're here with me in Oriah Divine Sanctuary, a space dedicated to healing, awareness, and spiritual alignment. If this video has appeared in your life today, trust that there may be a message here meant specifically for you. If the words shared here resonate with your spirit, I encourage you to like, share, comment, and subscribe so we can continue building a community centered around truth, healing, and higher consciousness. Earlier today, during meditation, I allowed myself to slow down, to breathe, and to simply be present. And in that quiet space, I began to tune into the energetic frequency of the collective, sensing what many people may be navigating on their spiritual journeys right now. And from that awareness, this message emerged. One of the most difficult truths about healing is realizing that your recovery may not be welcomed by everyone. Many people assume healing automatically improves all relationships. Sometimes it does. Healthy relationships often become stronger when one person grows, but unhealthy relationships frequently experience tension when healing begins. Why? Because healing changes dynamics. When people are emotionally wounded, they often develop survival patterns. Patterns like people pleasing, over explaining, weak boundaries, fear of rejection, excessive forgiveness without accountability, difficulty saying no, chronic self doubt, or a tendency to prioritize everyone else's needs above their own. These patterns often emerge for understandable reasons. They may have once helped someone survive difficult circumstances, but over time, they can create relational imbalances, and sometimes other people become comfortable with those imbalances, not necessarily consciously, but they adapt to them. They become accustomed to having access without accountability, influence without respect, benefits without reciprocity. And then healing begins. You start recognizing unhealthy patterns. You become more emotionally aware. You learn to trust your instincts. You establish boundaries. You stop accepting treatment that once felt normal, and suddenly the relationship changes. Psychologically, this creates disruption. People tend to resist changes that threaten familiar systems, even unhealthy ones. If someone benefited from your self doubt, your confidence may feel threatening. If someone relied on your lack of boundaries, your boundaries may feel offensive. If someone depended on your constant availability, your self respect may feel like rejection. This does not mean your healing is harmful. It means your healing exposes dynamics that were previously hidden. Now let's go deeper. Sometimes the people who hurt you become uncomfortable because your healing challenges the story they tell themselves. As long as you remained stuck, struggling, confused, or emotionally dependent, they did not have to fully confront the impact of their actions, but healing changes that. When you become stronger, more self aware, and more grounded, it becomes harder to maintain certain narratives. Your growth becomes evidence that something needed healing in the first place, and that can create discomfort for people unwilling to face accountability. Spiritually, healing often represents liberation, not perfection, liberation, freedom from patterns, beliefs, fears, and wounds that no longer serve your well being, and freedom changes relationships. The Word of God says, "It is for freedom that Christ has set us free." Bible Galatians 5:1. Freedom sounds beautiful, and it is, but freedom also means you stop participating in dynamics that require your suffering. You stop sacrificing your peace to maintain unhealthy connections. You stop confusing loyalty with self neglect. You stop confusing access with love, and not everyone benefits from that transformation. This is why healing requires courage, because growth sometimes reveals who was attached to your well being and who was attached to your wounds. Now, this doesn't mean viewing everyone from your past as malicious. Many people simply struggle to adapt. Many people are fighting their own battles. and some relationships genuinely can evolve, but the key is paying attention to behavior. Healthy people may need time to adjust, but they eventually respect your growth. Unhealthy people often treat your healing as a threat. So, what do? Continue healing anyway. Continue building boundaries. Continue choosing peace. Continue growing, because your healing is not a betrayal of others, it is a commitment to yourself. And anyone who truly cares about you may miss the old dynamics, but they will ultimately want your well being more than your wounds. That is the difference. Keep choosing healing, because the people who are meant to walk with you into your future will not require you to stay broken to keep them comfortable. Divine souls, thank you for stepping into Oriah Divine's sanctuary. This space exists to support your healing, elevate your awareness, and guide you through the sacred process of personal transformation. Here, you are safe to grow spiritually, emotionally, and authentically, and it is truly an honor to share this journey with you. Always remember, awareness begins the healing, but your transformation begins the moment you choose to honor your voice. Until we meet again, continue walking in truth, protecting your peace, and letting your divine light shine.